Hi,
When you're ready.
I'm ready. Okay, so let's start. Usually, when we go for an interview, what everybody does is to present their works in a normal A4 or A3 folder. So that's most of the people, that's what they do. So, but I think there are different ways to present your works, creative ways and original ways. So that's my idea, which is a box. And what I thought was a good idea to include some of my works. So some of my ideas. So I will give you a box each. You can keep it. That's for you, Evan. That's for you. And
Do you not need one to
well,
demonstrate? Okay.
so as you open the box, okay. Actually,
Can you do one for the
Yeah.
camera?
I will keep this one, thank you.
Exactly.
So we open the box and what we got is a classic portfolio, which is the first idea, obviously. So that's the common idea, but I don't like that idea. So what I think is it can be a good idea to carry something like this one. That's an original little packet including a tea bag. So original idea is not only for graphic, it can be for sales. In this case it can be tea sales or whatever sales. Anyway, that's a great idea if you're going around, let's say for restaurants or shops and you want to sell your product. I think it's a good idea to present something like this one. So that we have to think about material as well. Material, I mean paper. So when I talk about paper, I'm saying something like this one. This is Alessio paper, which is a creative paper for designer. Or we can use any paper, like tracing paper, A4 paper. Also there are some other ideas to present a portfolio. The one I like the most is to present your work step by step. So if I have an interview, probably that would be my first option to present any of my job step by step, as you can see from this little image. And in that way you can help the interviewer or the tutor or teacher to better understand the process of your work. Also, I think it's a good idea to include a welcome message. Let's say hello, or hi, my name is Alessio, or whatever, how are you? As the conclusion message. Let's say scrolling the book, at the end you put like let's go for a coffee or contact me. Or also including, I think it's a great idea, including on a tracing paper something like contact details at the end of the book. Or it depends, like in this case a little piece of paper tracing paper with your contact details. It's just to show off, basically. What else? This is my idea, and I think it works because nobody expects you to come for an interview with something like this one. And this is mostly something like a memento you will leave to the person. It's not going to be the main portfolio, obviously, but it's going to be something you will leave them, and in the future, they might have a look or not, or whatever, but something that will remind them, the person. What else?
Are you happy with that? We've got a few questions, I think.
Okay.
When you talk about the box, could you just explain a little bit further in terms of scale, what you put on it, what materials you'd like that to be in future for yourself?
All right, yeah, exactly. So that's obviously just a prototype, but what I'm thinking to do is something like this one. The material will be probably thick paper, and as a paper I will use for my work, that will be, as I said, ACEO, which is the art cards edition and original. It's the kind of paper usually artists use for any sort of things anyway. It's just to use a different paper. And I think using a different paper you can stand out from the crowd or whatever. What else? Have you got any other questions?
Any questions?
Right, about the size. So the size, I think that's the right size. It's handy. It's not too big. It can be kept on the desk. Bigger than that, I don't know. I wouldn't say bigger than that. You cannot carry.
Would you open it with the potential boss man, or would you? Leave it?
It's a good question. Who does the opening?
I would leave this one to the boss, but because my idea is to leave this one to the boss and to show him my work first, then he will have this one. If the boss decides to open this one in front of me, then I will explain the content of the...
Is it going to be something that you send to potential employers, like when you're looking for a job?
Yeah,
Like a little
do that.
gift package?
Also, obviously, as a prototype, I didn't have time, but also I will include some typography, because I like typography. Yeah. So I will print some typography, let's say 10 boxes, 10 different styles. And my idea is to include herbs in the box.
Useful.
Or herbs or coffee grains or something like that.
Yeah.
Herbs.
Something crazy.
Like wacky backy.
It depends on the boss.
Certainly make the interview a lot more relaxed, wouldn't it?
I think we were talking more thyme and rosemary. But
Well,
Could you explain that a little bit more? Why? Won't it look a little bit strange? Some really nicely printed things and then some random herbs like.
Well, if you have
how can you make them
10
graphic?
boxes and let's say you include different herbs on each box, so you will have different options, obviously.
For cooking.
Yeah, that's the idea. That's what the idea comes from. Giving something like this one probably.
So when you say 10 boxes, are you giving the employer 10 boxes?
I've got two different ideas.
Well, could you discuss the merits of both?
Yes, I can do it. The idea of the 10 boxes is because thinking of having photography and graphics. So I thinking to include in half of the boxes photography, which is studio and straight.
Graphic.
No, street photography. I've got a couple of.
Yeah.
On the other one, a graphic, including Photoshop and Illustrator vectors and graphics,
Use of InDesign.
and InDesign.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to separate the boxes. So in that case, I will give all the boxes to the boss. But that's the first idea, which probably doesn't work because too many boxes. So then the first idea, the second idea will be one box containing coffee grains. Then I came up with the coffee grains, including both photography and graphic. That's the idea.
Also, you said this is the right size for the box. Does that mean everything in it's going to be this size, or are you going to fold things up and put it in there?
No. Everything's gonna be this side. Obviously, not this side, but everything's gonna fit here
You
as
could
it is.
include a magnifying glass as well.
A what?
A magnifying glass.
Well, as I said, this is just to a memento, something like
The
that.
boxes seem like they're almost like your skills.
Exactly. Yeah.
Almost like how on a
Exactly,
visual
sure.
CV you list
Mhm.
the skills, so it seems like each box represents the skill.
That was the first idea.
Yeah.
About too many boxes and
Yeah.
you know you
But
cannot
one box
carry.
showing
Yeah.
all the skills
Exactly.
is a really nice idea. I like it.
I would agree. I'm still confused about how the coffee connects graphically to
It's
your
not.
work.
It's not. Basically,
Is
my
the box coffee coloured?
all the
are
boxes,
sheets stained in
all the
coffee?
boxes gonna have the same color, which is light brown. The coffee is not the connection between coffee and graphic. Is the aroma of the coffee, which
What?
probably gives you something different.
Gives the colour a
That's
sort of
all
aroma.
designers.
Exactly. It's just to show a different way to present your
Graphics.
work, your graphic. You know, everybody expects you to go with a. You remember when I went for the interview with a big A4 folder with all your
Yeah.
works. Nobody expects you to go with something like this one, opening and having a coffee aroma.
Interactive.
I think it works.
It does as well.
Is it also a way so then should, like obviously employers are going to get lots of CVs in. Is it a way so then people be like, oh, I remember that one that particularly smells of this and that.
Exactly.
So people can link to it.
Hmm.
Well done. Thank you very much.
Thank you.